But I've also got some movie related news, which isn't great news to be completely honest with you. Warner Brothers have had to push a load of their dates back. I don't know if you've seen, but one of which we talked about, well, a few of these we've mentioned, June, which was due to come out at the end of in December this year. That's been pushed back to October next year. Which has had a knock-on effect because in October next year, The Batman was due to come out, and now that's been pushed back to March 2022 now. So that's a little bit annoying. Another couple of kind of superhero ones that have been pushed back. The Flash, that's now the end of 22, and the second Shazam, which we enjoyed the first
Great
Shazam.
First
that's now amazing. June 2023.
God. I can't even imagine that. 2023.
That seems so
too far in the future.
Yeah. A couple of films that did have dates that have now not got dates are there's a Minecraft movie that's being made or been made. I'm assuming being made because that's now been given no date. And The Rock was making his first kind of superhero one for DC, which was Black Adam.
Black Adam, yeah.
That's now got no date. The one positive out of all of this is The Matrix 4 has been pushed forward. So that was due in 2022. That's now coming out at the end of 21.
Yeah.
But just mad with everything that's going on, you know, and I do understand it. You know, we've talked about going to the cinema and friends of ours who have. Me and you, we've both agreed. I'm probably not that worried about going to the cinema. It doesn't seem a priority under the current circumstances.
No, exactly. That's it. And you know, linked to, as a result of all those things you mentioned this week, Regal Cinemas, which own sort of Regal One Picture House and things Cineworld, are closing all their cinemas. And that is not, as far as I understand, not closing in a we're going out of business. It's just literally they're shutting down, laying off all their staff. Because the guy who runs, I can't remember, it was like the CEO or whatever, said at the moment they're like a grocery store without any fruit and veg to sell. Literally, they've got these huge buildings and no one's releasing any films. And you know what do you do in that situation? There's only a certain amount of time you can carry on and saying, well, we're going to have a nostalgic. I think we spoke about before, let's put Jurassic Park out or whatever, but there's just no new films, which is odd. But it does raise the question, I think, will it go back to being the same? The thing for me with the cinema, seeing Star Wars, my priority is always, new Star Wars film comes out, I see it in IMAX because it's incredible, absolutely incredible on that format. But anything else that came out, I'm really not bothered. If I can wait and watch it at home, it's fine.
And we have seen maybe not with films as big as Star Wars or franchises as big as that. There have been some that have gone straight to streaming platforms rather than cinema.
Exactly.
Which I think 21 Bridges was one that we recently saw, which we actually saw advertised in the cinema, I believe.
Yeah.
You might have actually gone on the toilet break.
I did go to the toilet during that.
But I remember seeing it and thinking, God, this looks really good.
Yeah.
Is it the sort of film I would go to the cinema to see? Probably not.
Probably not, no. But you enjoy it in the comfort of your own home on a Saturday night or whatever. Yeah.
And again, as we've said, another thing we've touched upon before, I think as technology in TVs and home cinema systems has got better, we're watching it on a lot better quality now than we would have done if it was on a 32-inch box TV, like an old school format. Now, when we're sitting there with our bigger TVs in 4K, you could, you know, it's not the same experience, but at the same time, it's in the comfort of your own home.
It's different. It's not worse, though. It is the way I describe it. Do you know what I mean?
You're still watching the same film.
Different. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was one of the things that was being reported this week is that, you know, cinema is or cinemas, should I say, is battling against that. If someone's got a 50-inch TV at home and and someone will say, well, you can watch that right now, of course they are.
Yeah.
And
you pay a certain amount. Yeah. That's fine.
And it's been, as far as I understand, it's been a big financial success for the movie studios that have done it and actually put it out there. been a huge success for them. You know, they're not small budget films, but they're still earning their money back from it. You know, I think I was quite surprised. The only one I was quite surprised with was Disney Plus putting Mulan on there, but you had to pay for it, and that was a bit odd. Because it was for me, it just seemed priced wrong. Well, it was weird that you had a streaming service all paying for that service, and then they're putting a film on there. But as far as I understand, it was £20, something like that.
Seems quite steep as well.
God, you know, if it came out on DVD, I'm not going to pay 20 quid for it. So why am I going to do it for, you know, a one-off? Yeah. People would be more inclined to, you know, match the price for a ticket at a cinema, £5 or whatever. Yeah, you probably would take that punt, but £20 for something like that. It's not as if it was like the new Toy Story or anything either. It's still.
That does surprise me as well with Disney Plus, because I've noticed I get the emails to tell me when there's new things coming on there. So I've noticed we watched a new one called Onwards the other day, which is added on there.
Yeah,
really good. There's been a couple of others as well. Trying to think what that one was the other day. But what I like about it is that, yes, it might not be as soon as it's come out, but the fact that it goes straight onto that platform and you can watch it same as it would with Netflix or whatever, I think certainly for kids and for younger audiences and for families, I think it's a really good platform for that. So it surprises me that they've done that with Mulan.
Yeah, maybe they just had to make sure they got the money back, but I don't know.
Very strange. I think it is a shame that a lot of these are being pushed back, because, you know, it does give people some sort of hope of something to look forward to. You know, we've talked about it. I think
I don't understand why they are, though, to be honest.
Well, again,
it just seems a bit weird.
Again, I think, you know, maybe it's in certain countries as well, it's going to impact more. I don't know. I did read somewhere the other day, you mentioned about Cineworld. I had read that, but also even things like Odeon, I think, or even View Cinemas, they're closing on certain days now and only opening on the others to kind of hopefully generate more revenue that way. Because if they keep it open all the time, then obviously it's costing them more money, I guess.
Huge expense, yeah.
But yeah, it's a little bit worrying that they keep getting put back. It's not the first time we've seen films pushed back already this year. So if they're pushing them back as far as kind of 2022 and 23 and for Shazam 2, then I guess it's something to look forward to. We just got to wait a little bit longer for it.
It is. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I know. Well, Christopher Nolan led it a bit with Tenet, didn't he? He didn't want it out for not be on the cinema. Now Bond keeps pushing it back. You just think, just put it.
It just gets annoying, yeah. You
just put it on Amazon or something. For God's sake, and let me watch it.
Just give me it for free.
Yeah, just let me watch it. You know, or you know, like I said, charge me a decent amount of money, and I'll buy it, and people will. The hype's there.
Do you know what? I guess with some of these, maybe June being the obvious one, as it was due out at the end of this year, so only a couple of months away, really. The other ones, the setback could be to do with filming,
production. Yeah,
I mean, production of the film,
Batman and stuff being held back, but
you know,
the ones that are sitting there finished, I just think
Bond's finished as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, as far as
ready to go.
Yeah, just put it out.
Yeah,